Class 9. Hope all of you are fine. Welcome back once again to the online classes. Today we are going to begin with a new chapter. The name of the chapter is South India and the Cholas. Now, the word Chola you should be familiar with because we came across this kingdom when we did the Sangam age. Still, to give you a few information about how it began and all. Now, history in general, when we study into three periods divided. What are they? Ancient, medieval, and modern age. Now, it is said that the Indian history, especially in South India, the medieval period began in the 8th century AD. Okay? And at that time, the 8th century AD, there were three kingdoms or three groups were quite popular in South India, and they were the Cholas, the Pandyas, and the Cholas. The Cholas, Pandyas, and the Cholas. Okay, and the Cholas were the earliest kingdom to be established in South India. Now, the Cholas were defeated by a group known as the Pallavas. In the 4th century AD. 4 AD. The Pallavas were further defeated, defeated by what we call the Pandyas. They were defeated by the Pandyas in and around 6th century AD. 6th century AD. Finally, in the 10th century AD, the Cholas were the most prominent or the powerful kingdom to be established in South India. That is the 10th century AD. Okay? So therefore, we will be studying about the Cholas in this chapter. There are three important kingdoms. That is the Cholas, the Pandyas, and the Cholas. This is just for the sake of information. Okay? And the Cholas were defeated by the Pallavas. Pallavas were defeated by the Pandyas. And Pandya was what you call later on defeated by the Cholas. So the Cholas became the most important or the most powerful kingdom in South India. Now, from this chapter, what are the things that you need to know according to your revised syllabus? Straight to the point, you need to know the sources. From the sources, we'll be studying about inscriptions and one important temple, Brihadness Temple, who built it, its structural features and so on. Then we'll be studying about the administration of two important kings under the Chola dynasty, Raja 1 and Rajendra 1. These are the only things that you need to know from this section. Okay, now let's move ahead with the chapter. The Cholas. Where do we get the information about the Cholas? Now we get a lot of information about the Cholas from the inscriptions and even from the Brihadness Temple. Okay? And we come to know many of the things through the inscriptions. So what are the informations that we get from these inscriptions? There are hundreds of inscriptions which have been engraved or which have been discovered in the different regions of the Chola kingdom in South India. Now these inscriptions were engraved on walls, pillars, stones, and the most important one, the copper plates. Okay? So they were engraved on what? Walls, pillars, stones, and copper plates. Being engraved on stones, walls, and pillars and the copper plates, they could not be tampered. That means nobody could do anything or bring any changes. That is why, since they were engraved on this, it could not be tampered, tampered. Therefore, these inscriptions are the most trustworthy evidences to know about the Chola kingdoms. Got it? Now, what are the informations that we get from these inscriptions which are still available today down in the Chola kingdoms, mostly the South India, the capital Kerala region at that time. First and foremost, okay, they give us information about the social condition. Number one, provide information about the social condition, and these inscriptions also act as a mirror. They also act as a mirror of culture and economic condition. Okay? Telling you what are the information that we get from the inscriptions. First one, they provide information with regard to the social condition of the people during the 10th century AD onwards. Okay? And these inscriptions also act as a mirror to let us know about the culture and the economic condition of the people at that time. Second one, they provide information about the administration of the Cholas. Okay, so they provide us information about the administration of the Cholas, especially one, administration of the Cholas, and they also let us know, or we come to know about the land revenue system, as well as the taxation system. As well as the taxation system. Okay, this is point number 2, or the second point, or the second information that we get or derive from the inscriptions. Okay, third one, they give us lot of knowledge or information regarding or about the religious practices. Provide information about the religious practices, rituals to be observed during festivals. Okay, these inscriptions provide information about the religious practices, the rituals to be observed during festivals. Okay, that is the third one. Fourth one. Now, many temples were built. Okay, and one of the most important one was the Brihadness Temple, which is there in your textbook. Okay, Brihadness Temple. Added to that, we have another temple also, which is not necessary for you to study. So first, there are a lot of temples built. Okay. Now these inscriptions which have been discovered let us know or tell us about the deities. Provide us information about the deities to whom the temple were dedicated. Deities, provide us information about the deities to whom the temples were dedicated. Okay, many temples were built, and these temples were dedicated to certain gods and goddesses. Okay, like Shiva were there, Krishna and all were there. At that time they would worship. Hinduism was quite popular. So they provide us information about the deities to whom the temples were dedicated. Okay? And above all this, the most important one, or the different one, is the copper plate inscriptions. Lot of copper plate inscriptions were discovered and have been discovered. Now these copper plate inscriptions give us information about copper plate inscriptions provide information about the land, money. They provide us information about the land, money, etc. given as gifts by rulers, landlords, to the temple. The copper plate inscriptions which have been discovered, they provide information, they let us know about the records of it, about the land, money given as gifts to the temple or dedicated to the temple by the rulers, landlords, even the villagers, etc. Okay, and the most important of them, if you see, is the Laden Grant. A copper plate inscription is there, which is popularly known as Laden Grant. Laden Grant, okay, which tell us about the money and the land donated or given to the temple by one of the Chola king called Parantaka. Who? Chola king Parantaka. Chola king Parantaka. This Laden Grant is a copper plate inscription which provides us information about the land given as a gift to the temple by one of the Chola king Parantaka. Okay? Now this copper plate inscription as of today is available, found in Netherlands. Okay? It's not in India, it is in Netherlands. So from these copper plate inscriptions we come to know about the land, money given as gifts by rulers, landlords, even the villagers to the temple. So these are the informations that we get from the inscriptions which help us to reconstruct about the Chola kingdom that existed in the medieval period in South India. Okay? So this much for today. Next class we will be studying about another source, that is archaeological source, where we will be studying about the Brihadness Temple, its specific features, built by whom, to whom it was dedicated. Then we will be studying about the administration of the Cholas, especially under what we call Raja 1 and Rajendra 1. I have written this for you briefly. Please do copy it in your exercise book and do study. Okay? This much for today. Stay safe. Good day. Thank you.